on a Saturday evening, afternoon. You could have done a lot of other things, but you're here. It tells that you want to be a web developer, and in fact, a web app developer, because that is what we try to create people: web app developer, not a website developer. What are these things, and who am I? Let me tell a brief about me. I'm the founder of TWT. Let me know why I'm telling. Let me show that thing. Okay, so it's always better to see. Okay, so a lot of you might have gone through my LinkedIn profile, but this is me, the founder of TWD. Okay, so I've been live on LinkedIn also, I think. Okay, so let me see whether I'm live on YouTube or not. Welcome all. Okay, I think I'm live on YouTube also. So I'm live on LinkedIn also. So if someone is watching on LinkedIn, please do come on YouTube. It will be much better for us. And so as I was telling, most of you might have not connected with me, and some of you might be from my WhatsApp group. So my name is Navindu Vishwas, and I have a lot of people following me on LinkedIn, so thanks. And I help people to become a web app developer. I'm a React.js teacher, a corporate trainer, tech YouTuber. I'm doing this on YouTube. I have a team of two more people. Actually, three people are there, and two wonderful teachers and one community manager is there. Okay, so I was not like this always. I was not a corporate trainer. I was not a teacher earlier. I spent past 16 years in the IT industry. I was the highest position which I hold it was as an associate architect in a product-based company in InnoMinds. Okay, okay. After your course, how many experience I show in resume? Okay, I will answer those things. I will answer those things. So that is it. But for one more thing, that if you want to ask more questions, you can ask on the Wednesday thing. Okay, Wednesday call. Okay, so thank you. Someone is asking for major. Okay, so at the height of my career, which was as an associate architect in a product-based company in mind, I left my job to become a full-time trainer, full-time teacher, and started my own ag tech company. And because I love teaching, and that is what I do, always love teaching. And I now have teachers also. Okay, so teaching along with me. So I am the teacher and the founder at TWT, and you'll get a certificate from TWT. I have written some books also, technical books, 6 books total, 6 books. And this was my uh, last job as an associate architect in Bangalore. And those who don't know, associate architect is the top of technical thing. After that, the CTO only comes. Okay, so the chief technical officer. So that is there. And I used to handle a lot of front-end developer teams. I worked in IBM, I have worked in or JP Morgan, I have worked in Oracle. All those companies I work. So this is about me. So I know in and out of the industry what is happening right now. And right now also, it is not like that I have left the job and I don't know right now. Right now also, I'm a corporate trainer, so I know what is required in industry. What is required in industry right now. I was in Bangalore. If you go through my LinkedIn profile, you'll see that in the month of August, I was in Bangalore and Hyderabad for complete 1 month taking these trainings. I do online training, corporate trainings keeps on going on, but I do take my personal batches also. So that is there, and I do take on YouTube also. So I take everything like corporate batches. I have my personal batches also. We have not my whole TWD. We have a personal batches. We take those things at the end. Maybe I will say, and we take everything on YouTube also. If you go through our YouTube channel, you'll find that we have almost everything. Like every month we do this thing is happening every Saturday. And we also did a very long 12-hour long boot camp also recently on our channel. Okay, so that is also there. And we try to help people through YouTube also. If you want to become a web developer, although we are able to not give that much mentorship, but yeah, we try to help people through YouTube also, because we have complete CSS course, we have complete JavaScript course, we have complete React.js course. Those three things are required for you to become a web app developer. Okay, so that is there. And this is about me, and I will tell what is a web app developer and what are these things, because a lot of you people are from a non-IT background who are come from through the YouTube WhatsApp group. You all are from a non-IT background. I know that thing. You might be just starting. Someone else, I was seeing the chat yesterday. Mostly my team members, they replied. I seeing the chat. Someone was telling that they're just a civil engineer, and they have just gone through W3 school, and W3 school is not enough. And it is not enough for you to become anything. Like, just you can go through the basic, but it is not enough for you to land a job there. Our motto is to help you land a job in the IT industry, mainly people who are from a non-IT background. We help them. And those people, yeah, good morning. Those people are there in my batches also. In our batches also, I'm right now staying in my hometown, Bhopal. So I take physical batches also here. So most people are like people who are from mechanical background, from electronics background, people who have a gap because they were preparing for the civil services. Like those people are there in our group, in our those kind of people are there who I teach mainly. So I try to crack them, just get into the IT industry. So that is what we specialize in, just get into the IT industry. We don't specialize this into DS and algo. So that is one thing I want to tell. DS and algo, we don't specialize. It means we help you to get into the IT industry. We don't help you to get the 15 lakh, 20 lakh jobs. After you want to get, see the end is like you can get a 1 CR job also in IT. Google engineers get that much. Okay, Google engineers they get that much, but that is some high level. Most of the people who are here from a different groups, they are just from some other background, or maybe they're students. So what we say, just get into the IT industry first, then have some experience, then go into those Googles, Facebook, Flipkart, Mantra, and all those things, and earn those crazy salaries. But for those crazy salaries, you have to add one more thing in that. That is a DSA, because a lot of people still are asking for DSA in the groups. So DSA you need for that. Okay, so any criteria? Your company, my company is like I'm at tech. So mainly we have teachers. So if you are a teacher, then you're welcome. If you know everything, you're welcome. Okay, so that is there. I also live in Sagar, MP, your neighbor, sir. Offline coaching. Yeah, I do offline coaching in Bhopal. So we have physical classes going on in Bhopal. Okay, so that is like that. So if you're interested, we will get over the physical batch soon. One, and next physical batch will start this month is the festive month, so maybe next month. Okay, so that is there. If you want to know more about offline course, please ping us on the WhatsApp group. From the WhatsApp group which you are there, you might be coming from WhatsApp group. Okay, if you're not from a WhatsApp group, one sec. If you're just coming from YouTube, so join this what's for my company. The criteria is you should know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and you should be confident in front of the camera. Can you teach in front of the camera, Lokesh? Can you teach? It is not enough to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and React. So I'm an ed tech. I'm just not like I cannot give you a software job. Okay, but the certificates which you do, but the courses which you do, we give you job placement guarantee. Of course, on our paid courses, not from YouTube, but our paid courses are there. So that's we might talk at the end. But in my company, I require teachers who are very confident in the camera. Talking in front of the camera is not that much easy. Okay, you should be very good in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React, and you should be you should be smart in front of the camera. So that is the main thing. So it doesn't happen in 1 day or 2 day or location. Okay, so that is there. Even if you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I know very very good developers who are 100 times better than me, but they cannot talk in front of the camera. It's not like I'm talking with you. It is not that much easy. Okay, so that is there. And so you asked for it. Thank you. So the next thing is that what I am telling, that you all will get participation certificate. Okay, participation certificate. Let me see if someone is watching it on LinkedIn. And participation certificate. And what are the participation certificate? Participation certificate. There will be 2 times. Okay, we are going to take the attendance not 1 times. We are going to take the attendance 2 times, and you have to fill something like this, and you will get the certificate on your email by tomorrow night, because there are a lot of people who do this thing. Okay, so we will not be able to send a certificate today. We will be able to send a certificate tomorrow night. By tomorrow night we are going to do. So what you have to fill here, let me go through it. And you need to please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram. I do a lot of Instagram, like the talks, what you need to do, get into the IT industry, all those reels are there. Okay, so what you have to do, first thing is that you have to do our coaching name is TWD only. Okay, so coaching name, it is not that big. It is not that big right now, because we are mainly concentrating on the online only. It is not that big. Okay, the web dev, everything is the web dev. You'll know everything by the web dev. Okay, so we have not started completely in the physical world. We have like taught more than 3-4 students right now, but mainly we are into online domain. Okay, so that is there. And so what do you have to do? So a lot of you are for here for the attendance for the certificate, and as I told you, you'll get a nice certificate. You have to fill this attendance form. First attendance form will be given to you at around 3:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m. And the second attendance form, there will be two attendance form. Okay, attendance will take 2 time. You have to fill both of the attendance form. Second attendance form will be given towards the end at around 5:45. 5:30 to 6, between 5:30 to 6 it will give. And what you have to do, you have to fill an email ID, exact correct email ID on which the PDF certificate will be sent. So email ID, your name you have to give, your YouTube username by which you have subscribed to our channel. Yes, subscribing to our channel is very important, and we will check this thing. Okay, because we're doing so much. See, we recently did a 12-hour crazy long boot camp. Okay, so that we do once in a month. 12-hour long boot camp once in a month we do, and 12 hours is a long time. Means YouTube live limit is 12 hours. So we tested the limit, had gone till 11 or 45 minutes. So that is the things which you will not even see anywhere else. So that was the thing, and it was like a huge success. A lot of people attended it, and I'm going to tell again, we're going to have this month in the month of October after Diwali, because Diwali is a big festival here in the north, and means we are also celebrating. Okay, so that will be there towards the end. I will tell the thing. So we have these things going on. Okay, you can check on the channel that 12-hour bootcamp which we have done. And so you have to give this YouTube username by which you have subscribed to the channel. And Instagram also, you have to subscribe to our Instagram also. Instagram link is there, so you have to subscribe to the Instagram also, and then give your role. And the last thing which you have to give is the LinkedIn profile. We ask everyone to give LinkedIn profile, but I know a lot of you are coming from Facebook. You will not have your LinkedIn profile, Facebook or Instagram. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, please put I don't have a LinkedIn profile, but you will learn why I'm asking the LinkedIn profile. Okay, LinkedIn is a very important thing. Okay, so and we are going to start with HTML by 3:30. Let me tell a bit more about everything. Okay, so because you all can learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript from some other places also. It is not like that we are only teaching it. You can learn from some other very good places. But you should know how to learn, what to learn. Some people, as I was telling, some people were telling that we can do everything from W3C school. But if you see, do everything from W3C school, I have students who are learning HTML for the past 6 months. HTML doesn't take 6 months. Okay, HTML should be completed in 1 week. If you want to do that much time, give that much time in CSS, not in HTML, not in HTML. Okay, not in HTML. Okay, so that is there. Pagination class, please. So this is not some high class. Okay, high fun classes, pagination class and all those things, is that those things will not be there. Okay, so this is what extremely beginner to get into the IT industry. Okay, so HTML is easy. Yeah, HTML is easy. So it is for extremely beginners. Okay, so if you are not from there, okay, so extreme beginner who are not even from the IT industry, it is for them. Okay, we'll taught in a very easy way. And I'm going to tell one more thing. See, HTML, we are going to complete everything in the 1 hour. We're going to complete everything in HTML, but CSS and JavaScript, we are not going to complete it. We are just going to touch the surface. Why we are going to touch the surface? Because in 3 hours you cannot teach CSS and JavaScript. But CSS and JavaScript, every month we have 4 hour long classes. Like that happens on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, evening time or night time. Weekdays it happens. CSS and JavaScript every month we have it in a loop. CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. So that is a different, and for that also you get certificate. Okay, so everything on our channel generally you will get certificate most of the time. If it is not projects, we do a lot of projects. Also projects you don't get certificate. Projects you have to do. Those who want to become developer, they can do the project. So that is it. So if you start again, like JavaScript classes is done. Like if I tell you about a channel, so okay, the the web dev. Oh, Minecraft! Why I'm doing Minecraft? My kid might have started Minecraft. Okay, so the web dev. If I do, so the web dev, if you go here, see our videos. Okay, please do subscribe. Okay, if you see our videos, you'll see that I recently did a React.js beginners to advanced. One sec, someone is at door. So I did a React.js beginners to advanced recently. So 4 day React.js beginners to advanced, then JavaScript beginners to advanced. Someone was asking, JavaScript is taken by our teacher Hari. Okay, so JavaScript we take both things most of the time. JavaScript beginners to advanced and JavaScript advanced to master. So we take both of those things, and we did this 12 hours bootcamp also somewhere there. It will be there. Okay, 12 hours bootcamp. It is there. How do I get certificate? Okay, you get certificate through your mail when you fill this attendance form. You fill this attendance form. Both of the attendance forms are required to fill. So cricket, you need an internship. But do you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? We give internships. We give internships also. And for that, people need to know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and people need to do some projects. Okay, do some projects doing is also very important. We do give internship. Right now I have 2 interns. I've just completed their internship because we have a lot of works also. Okay, so teachers are different, but interns are like we give 3 months paid internships also. And no, PHP we don't care about PHP. Okay, PHP is something which is not required. So no internship for PHP. Okay, so that is there. You need to know React.js. You don't need to know some language which was used 10 years back. No, we don't give internship on that, because this is what we create. People, we create web app developer. Okay, so that is required. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. Okay, so let me also quickly tell about what is required in today's world. Okay, see, these people are still asking about PHP. So that is okay. Software engineering, app tech. So then also we cannot give we cannot give internship without, because we are a React.js company, and we cannot give it. Okay, okay. Can you teach JavaScript? Yeah, we teach JavaScript. We teach JavaScript like 8 hours of JavaScript we teach on a channel, but not today. 8 hours cannot be done today. Most of you are not going to stay for the next 8 hours. It will take some time. So 8 hours generally that is taught on weekdays. In 8 days it is taught. Okay, 1 hour each day it is taught. And cricket, if you want to know more about internship, please do connect with us on our LinkedIn. And we have recently released a post on how to get the internship. If you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, see, we don't give internship to like this. We take some test kind of a thing also. You need to complete some projects, then only you can apply for internship. So whether you work somewhere, it doesn't matter. So we give internship in that only. Okay, so like a lot of people have confusion. Okay, so like just asking like what is this PHP and all. So everybody have confusion. Okay, so it is not like that, because the world is confused. They don't know what is required right now. So if I go the web development, actually you require to know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These 3 things are required to know in the web development. But actually, if you create some very basic website, only HTML, CSS is required. Even HTML, CSS is not required. Only nowadays the simple websites are made not even in HTML, CSS. A bit of HTML, CSS is required, but they're made in something known as WordPress. All of you must have heard the term WordPress. So they are created in WordPress. Not even that is required. But if you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you should know something known as React.js. Without this, nothing is there. All the IT jobs in Bangalore, Hyderabad, we try to make people web app developer, not website developer. You need to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. React.js is a JavaScript library which we teach, Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay, this is my LinkedIn profile. So So we teach people to become web app developer, not website developer. Website developer create simple site with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or WordPress. WordPress they create, but we create web app developer. We create people. We help people to create something like this, something magical like this. LinkedIn. So the world moved to web app development 10 years back when Facebook was created. Okay, when Facebook was created, and everything is since then is a web app. LinkedIn you go, Facebook you go, everything you go. Your generation might have not even seen a desktop app. That is for sure, because now nothing comes as a desktop app. Even this blank mode mind map which I'm showing, it's a web app. It's a web app. It's have a proper backend, and all those things are there. On proper teams works on this. This Google form which I'm going to give you, this is nothing but the web app. And the best brain on the planet on working on this thing, Google, best brain on the planet are working on there. So these all things, everything is a web app. Okay, everything is a web app. So, and every startup out there in Bangalore, Hyderabad, or anything which is getting started, they want React.js developer badly, because front end is the major part of a site like this also. LinkedIn, Facebook. Front end is the main thing. Back end is also main, but front end there are more jobs there than in back end. If you just have a React.js on a resume, I can give you a job, because there are so many people after me, because we are in this space for the past 1 year. I'm running this company full time, so I have a lot of connections in the industry. And as I know, so I have 23K connections on LinkedIn. 23, see, I have 23K connections on LinkedIn, so I know a lot of people on the industry. Almost everyone in the industry is connected with me, and everybody is asking for React.js developers. So that is something which is required for you to get into job. PHP is something which is not used nowadays. Nowhere it has been used. Only some government companies it has been used. So PHP is of no use. PHP, Python, nothing is of use. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. Only this four thing you have to learn and get a job. Okay, if you don't believe me, just check it out in the internet. How many jobs are there for React.js? Okay, so that is there. And HTML CSS is not enough to get a job. HTML CSS is not enough to get a job. You have to will get the give the certification form link in 10 minutes. Okay, and it is not like one certification form link. It will be two certification form link. Okay, one it will be towards the end. Okay, so that will be there. And so I'm seeing it 3 times. Okay, so please don't spam. I'm seeing the same message 3 times. Please don't spam. Okay, so that is there. And you'll get the certification link in 10 minutes. And one more thing, so after that, I will hand over to our teacher who is a CSS expert. He will take HTML and CSS, and after that, our another teacher who is a JavaScript expert, he will take the JavaScript part. Okay, so that is there. And before they take, I'm going to tell you the three secrets which I have also mentioned in the mail and all those things. Okay, this three secrets is the last thing which I'm going to tell, and I'm only going to get you the certification link. Okay, so first thing is that have okay, please have patience, or else it will not be provided. The people who are asking for too much certification form link, they will be removed from this chat. Okay, so that is there. So it will be, as I've told, it will be provided in the next 5 minutes. See, we are not, I will not run away anywhere with the certificate. So if you go, let me show also what we do with the people. So if it is late, let it be late. Okay, because people are asking too much for the certification. So let me show one thing what we do with the people who get the certificate. We just don't give them certificate, we give them a platform. Okay, so this is all we have done. And see, the people who get certificate from us, what they get, we tag them. I tag them, mainly me, I tag them in my post. That's why we are asking the LinkedIn profile to you. I tag them in the post and see what happens. First thing, this kind of post, see how many impressions it has got. This has got 3,000 impression. 3,000 impression is a lot of impression, means it reached to 3,000 people in LinkedIn. As and I have told, my LinkedIn profile have all the big person on India and abroad also. All the Microsoft people, everybody is there. And when I tag someone, all of you know what is tagging means. You get reach to those person also. And that is the magic what happens. That's why I asked you LinkedIn profile. I am a LinkedIn influencer also. Those who don't know, I'm a LinkedIn influencer. I have 23K connections on LinkedIn. Okay, so see, I'm accepting this, accepting this. So that is there. So I'll give you in the next 4 minutes. Okay, so that is there. And the people who are not from the IT industry, or even if you are a student, you need to know three things to get into IT. Okay, one is that you should do networking. That is what I'm doing for such a long time. That's why I have so many connections. So you have to be on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook groups. You have to post your projects. So someone's asking us also to post the project. You start posting your projects on LinkedIn. So all of my students, all of my different people, like interns and everybody, they keeps on posting their project. Like what you have to post. You have to post like uh, let me do one more thing. Bhargava. So he is my student, and he is doing my physical batch. And I salute to this guy. Okay, he is from actually Hyderabad, and he liked us so much that he came from Hyderabad as he living near to my home, and he's attending the physical batch because he wanted to do only the physical batch, not the online batch. I told him to do online batch, but he told him, no, son, I want to do the physical batch. So he's from Hyderabad, doesn't know Hindi, and I am in Bhopal. Okay, so that is the thing. But he wanted to learn. He's crazy about learning, and he got an internship offer also at our place. So this is he's doing. And what is his activities? He posts all these projects like this. Okay, so this is something which is required right now. This is something which is required now, and I will also promote him. Great work at Bhargava. So I will promote him to my network. It is not like that he is my student, I'll promote him. Everyone will tag me in the projects like this nice projects they will do. I will see he created such a nice project. So I replied back to him. So this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and daily action. If you're not from IT background, you have to go to our daily. So that is there, and you have to do some challenges also. Okay. So if it is there, you have to do some challenges like this. Okay. So it's time. Okay, so one sec. I will give the attendance form. First attendance form I will give. One sec. And then one sec. Attendance one. I'm giving the attendance one, and there will be two attendance. As I've told, there will be two attendance. Okay. Attendance one. There will be two attendances. Okay, two attendances there will be. I've given the first attendance. Please fill the attendance form, and as I've told, please try to give the LinkedIn profile if you have, so that we can tag you like this. I can tag you and all, and we are going to promote the people who will get the certificates on Monday. We are going to promote the people who will get the certificates on Monday by tagging them. If you have a LinkedIn profile, we'll tag them. So this tag you. So that is the very good thing. We're going to tag you. Okay, so that is there. And one sec. Okay. Okay, so that is there, and now, so all of you might have got the first attendance. Let me now close it all, because you might have got the first attendance. And now, alright, so please start joining soon. And now, so hi Naresh, hi Raj, hi everyone. Please start joining, because now let me write. Now HTML will start. Now HTML will start. Okay, and TWD teacher, CSS expert, Masum is going to take the HTML. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so thank you all. Now Masum will take over.
So a warm welcome to all of you on the most coveted boot camp, which is scheduled on every Saturday 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I hope my voice is clear to all of you, and I'm also visible and audible. So let us see how many people are there. Okay, 24 people are there, and guys, let me tell you one thing. I will take HTML, I will take CSS. The JavaScript part will be taken up by my colleague Hari, and we will take you through the basics part of all these three topics which we have mentioned. And let me tell you one thing very clearly. Please don't ask for the attendance form. It's a system driven process. System will automatically send the attendance form here, so that you will be able to get it. Now there are some scenarios which came on after some time when we distribute the certificates, that I have watched the complete video but not filled the attendance form 1, so you won't get certificate. I have watched the full video of 3 hours but not filled attendance, any attendance form. So sorry, my dear friend, we cannot provide you the attendance form. So the attendance form, first attendance form has been shared, and there will be total of 2 attendance forms. So I request you all to please fill the first attendance form. Those who are watching, I request all the 24 people who have not filled, please fill it right here right now, and confirm me with the message as yes, yes in the chat box, so that I also get confirmed that you all have filled the first attendance form. So please, those who have filled it, please write yes. Those who have not filled it, please fill it right here right now, and confirm yes, so that I will go further. So let us see how many out of 25 have. I want yes. Why yes? Yes. So those who have not filled it, please fill it and reply with yes. Why yes, yes. So that I am sure that you all have a chance to get the certificate. Certificate is free, or don't, and we don't charge for the certificate. So one, two, three. Only 3 people have filled. Guys, this is not good, because now then after out of 25, 3 have filled. That means 22 will again ask for certificate. But if they have not filled the attendance form, we will not be able to send the certificate. So I request you all to please fill the attendance form right here, right now. I will wait for another 1 to 2 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes. Please fill it. Please fill it right here, right now. So how many yes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 yes are there. So guys, please fill, because then I will start the HTML part. Okay, still so many are left. And I request you all to please mention your LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile. Don't write your LinkedIn name. Please mention your LinkedIn profile, so that we will promote you in our LinkedIn. Fine. So there is a difference between mentioning the LinkedIn name and LinkedIn profile. So please mention the LinkedIn profile in the form, so that you all will get promoted. See, still some left. Please fill it fast. So guys, I ensure that by now all of you have filled. So let us start with HTML, and a basic intro has been given. Okay. So let us start with HTML now, and guys, please don't forget to like it, because your like will help the YouTube algorithm to share this content to the right set of candidates who are looking these type of contents. So what is a HTML? What is HTML? I know you all have a basic idea of what is HTML, what is the full form of HTML, why it is required. So I will also try to tell you the same thing but in a different manner, and will try to link the definition with the theoretical code. But before using it, let me have a basic idea. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I want all of you to finish that first attendance form that I hope you all have filled by now. So for the HTML, there is a there is a setup which is required to view or to made or to prepare the HTML code, which is called as a VS Code. VS Code is a light code editor. So for this, before starting the HTML part, I request you all to please have a download of this VS Code, which is a Visual Studio Code, which you all can download as per your system requirement. So I usually prefer Windows, so I will download the window part, and it's a very simple basic installation which takes neither less than 1 minute or 2 minute part, and it might require a system restart. That depends on system to system. So as I've told you, download the VS Code first, and then after VS Code, I request you all to please open it. The opening of VS Code will be like this. So this is the VS Code first page, and it contains a graphic interface like this. Here, this is the most popular light code editor which is used these days to actually run the code. And one more thing which is very important, which I want to tell you, that even these days, coder, or I can say developer, used VS Code to prepare your codes. Fine. Now let us create a folder here in the desktop with the name as HTML, and see how to add it directly here. See, just select, drag and drop. So this is how you have added a new folder. You can add the folder with the help of command prompt also. My dear Abhishek, schedule of attendance, it's a system driven process here. You don't focus. If you focus on attendance, I request you please remove, get out from here. As I've told you, focus on content, focus on topics, focus on the matter what we are telling you. Once attendance sheet will be shared, I will tell you here, I will tell you 10 times, 20 times, if you want me to tell that attendance sheet has been shared. Now please, I request no one please ask for the attendance sheet here. So it's a folder which we have created, and we have drag it here. Now let's create a basic HTML file. So I use index.html. You can create any file. You can create a file name with any file name, but please maintain the extension as .html, because .html extension is used to display a HTML file. Fine. You can have index.html, you can have wow.html, you can have hello.html, you can have dot .html. That depends on your choice. So 1 second, but let me increase. Okay, now I can say that it is visible to all of you now. Now, in the HTML part, so as you all know, HTML full form is Hypertext Markup Language. Now, a basic understanding between HTML and C++, or I can say markup language or a programming language. HTML is not a programming language; it is a markup language. Markup language means which is used to create web pages. You cannot build logic here. Logic will only be built in a programming language. HTML is the main building block of the web. This is the main building block of the web. With the help of that, you can actually launch your web page. Okay. Now, if suppose you are creating a house, the structure starting from the column to the beam to the brickwork to the roof contains HTML part. Okay, inside, after the HTML part, once you will be doing the flooring, the door, the window, the electrical switch, the bulbs, the tube lights, it is the CSS part. And the JavaScript part is the functionality, means who is allowed to enter the house and who is not, when to allowed, when not. This kind of things you can correlate with your daily life, that how HTML, CSS and JavaScript link to them. Now, what we will take you next. Okay, so I hope you all have downloaded the VS Code and installed it, and created a basic file with the extension as .html. Now, let us create a basic structure. So, Shift 1 and Tab. So, this is a basic structure which is created now. So, what is this all about? So let me have a brief idea of this. Now, this doc type HTML reflects this. This is the HTML version 5. So HTML again have 1, 2, 3, 4 versions, but these days HTML version 5 is being managed. And let me have a understanding of HTML on it from a different perspective side. So HTML CSS is governed by W3 School, which is located in US. W3 School governs. W3 School is a committee which governs HTML and CSS. Fine, and it has been added. It has been introduced in 1995. If you remember that, if you remember at that time of the Yahoo page, it contains only a Yahoo logo and a hyperlinks, because that site is created with the help of HTML. Now after that, after that, what happens in 2015? A major upgradation has been happened in the HTML and CSS part, where HTML5 has been added, and in CSS, CSS3 has been added. And once more, I want to tell you, in 2015, as I've told you, major upgradation has been happened there. CSS Flexbox and CSS Grid has been introduced. CSS3 has been added, and HTML5 has been introduced. So we are currently working on HTML5, which is there in front of you. Now, okay, so now coming back to the code. So this reflects HTML5. This is a HTML tag which contains lang as en, means language as English. Depending upon country to country, this lang by default gets changed. Now this is the head part. This head part contains of some meta tags which is in front of you. Now what is this meta tags? These meta tags are basically, I can say, uh, a few years back, you all have heard about digital marketing a lot. A lot means a lot. So these meta tags are used, or what people do when they create web pages, put they put their keywords here. So if you write best here, space, near, So these are used as keywords in meta tags. Fine. Now what these keywords will do? As soon as you search in the Google search engine as best, so the web page or the HTML block which contains the best thing or the best keyword in this meta tag will come in the top of the search engine. But after some time, when Google have identified it that it is reflecting the performance of the Google search engine, so they have removed those functionality from there. Fine. Now what is this title? Title means the top of the page. So let us open this with live server. So now what is this live server? See, this is the HTML part which is coming here. Now let me open this in Google Chrome. See, HTML. The title will comes here. Now this contains the head. Now after this is the body. So whatsoever we do, we will do it in the body. Whatever code we write, we will write inside the body part. Now let me have a basic understanding, or let me share you a basic understanding with the first tag, which is called as the header tag, which I can say starts with h1. So this h1 means the header tag, and it has the value starting from h1 to h6. See, now see. So this is the header 1. H1 means header 1, H2 means header 2, H3 means header 3. So all these are headers, but you can see the difference. Starting from H1 to H6, the font size will get reduced automatically. Now, a very important question. This is an interview question. How many header tags are there? Or what are the values of header tag? 1, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the correct answer will be 6. Okay, it starts from h1 till h6. Now moving on to the next tag in HTML, which is called as the paragraph tag. So now let us have a dummy content lorem. What is this lorem? A lorem basically it's a dummy content, because if I want to write something, I need to think that what I have to write. So in order to overcome from this kind of particular confusion, a lorem kind of dummy content is created, and this lorem, what it will do, lorem will create a dummy text immediately, instantly in front of you. Fine. So this is why the lorem is created, and this is being used, I can say, from 1860s or 1850, at the time when printing press has been invented. Why? Because if we want to see the contribution or the involvement of how many inks we have added and in what way the content is coming after the printing of the matter, so a dummy content is being picked and it is being used to print, to check the quality of the ink, the quality of the color, like that. So lorem gypsum, a lorem is used. Now this p contains a paragraph tag. Fine. Now after this paragraph tag, I want to tell you one thing which is a very important thing. I request you all to please download the live server, which is of whose author is the Ritvik Day. So why this live server is there? Because as soon as you do any changes and it gets reflected in your web page, so for this you need this live server thing, so that as soon as you save it, by default it starts reflecting in the web. So I will show you. See, I remove this thing, save it, it is there. Now without this live server you need to every time refresh your web page. So what happens, half of your time will gets wasted in refreshing your web page. Fine. Now after this, let us have tag syntax. So so this is the tag start, tag end, and this contains the content. Fine. Now uh, mm, mm, mm. Okay, now moving on to the next topic, which is called as the elements. So what, there are two type of elements which is called as, first one is the block level element and the another one is the inline elements. So what are block level? Block, as the name says, block means one below the another. Inline means in the same line. Guys, try to correlate the meaning from the word itself. In line, in the same line. Block level means, block means one above the another or one below the another. Fine. So those elements which starts in the same line are inline elements. So let us have those elements first. So those elements are called as anchor tag. So anchor tag, a very important tag. So I will show you how to use it. So let us open a page which is called as what I will take. Unsplash. See, now if I use another anchor tag, see, these are inline elements. Now, what is there in front of you? Now, both things are same, but I have added target equals to underscore blank. So if I click on this unsplash, it will open in the same page, closing my current page. But if I click on this Outlook, it will open in a new tab. So this is a very important thing, that when you are creating a web page, always try to use target equals to underscore blank, because it will keep your current page open and will open the new page in a new tab. So this is the beauty of putting target equals to underscore blank. Now after this target equal to underscore blank, let me have some tag attributes. So in this tag attributes, let's start with the first one, which is very important one, which is called as a list tag. So there are two type of list tag. List tag means li 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 is for list tag, but these list tag are wrapped with two types of list, which is called as a unordered list, and another one is a ordered list. So let us see something. One second. So inside this unordered list tag is there. Right. Uh, so let me have some names as Ankur, Ashish, Abhay, and I will copy the same name in the ordered list also. See the difference. So this top one is the unordered list. Unordered list means it will not maintain the sequence, and the second one is the ordered list. Ordered list means the sequence is maintained. See, 1 2 3 here a bullet is there. So this is the difference between ordered list and unordered list. And ordered list and list items are inside this ordered list and unordered list. Fine. Now after this thing, let me take you to the very important thing, which is called as the form tags. Fine. So one second. Form tags. So form tags. Okay. So when you when you are on a page where you are creating your login ID, you have seen a form which contains your basic information, where you mention your name, address, email ID, username, password. You select your gender, you select some of the multiple choice things, or you select something which is in a radio type of box or in a check box or like that. So all these things comes inside a form tag. And now what we will be doing, we will be creating this with the help of a form tag in the HTML thing. So for this, let us have a form, and inside this form tag we will create a label, and after this label we have the input. So let us now do the setup. So label, name, see name is there, and input type contains the text. Fine. And here name will be name. This is for backend, because as soon as you enter the name here, this name will get stored in this particular header. Now let us create another label. Oh. So we have input type as age, and input type age contains number, and name will be the age. See, but here, if you see here, this thing again is a inline element, because it comes one it comes side by side. So for this, we will do one thing. We have a functionality called as div. So div is a block level element, and if we put this thing inside a div, it will place the things one below the another. See, as I've told you, div is a block level element. So div have placed these things one below the another. Now let us have a, so this is a basic form which is in front of you. So you can write something depending upon your, so age, as I've told you, I can't write numeric because as I've mentioned, input type will be only number. So I can have like this. Fine. So now let us create a form which is of a drop down type of thing. So in this form, what we will create a label first, and the label will be of select uh, favorite color. Okay, now this is the label. So let us learn another type which is called as a break row. Break row means break row will create some space between the tags. So now we have the label, and inside this label, what we will do, we will use the select functionality. Select name will be, name is not required. We have the value will be red. See, we have, okay. Select we have, okay, this is, so we have this option. Option we have the value is not required here. We have this as red. Now we will copy this thing and we'll try to add some more colors. Green. So you can have a selection of any of the colors depending upon your choice. Arey, my dear friend, how many total yaar? Why you are focused on attendance? I don't think Atul yaar. Now, how long was the workshop was going? Atul, this will be a 3 hours workshop here. In case you have more time, you have some more things, you are busy with some more things, you can please go out here. You are now disturbing rest of the things, asking such silly questions. In case you don't have time, you are free to do your work. You are actually breaking the. So now what we will see here. Uh, okay, so we are on this type of form where we have to select one thing. Now after this thing, we will move on a different type of form where we will use the checkbox type of thing. Fine. Checkbox means you have to select anyone. So let us see how we will be building this kind of thing. So for this, let me have a div, and inside this div we will you prepare a label, and in this label what we will do, what do you want? Now in this label we will create some input types because the user will input their choices. So we have input type as checkbox, or what I will do here, I will select the input type checkbox only. See, input type checkbox. So the name will be here vehicle 1, and the value we will be printing here is the car. See, I can select here. I have car. Now second input type we will use for label. Now I will copy, and you can see I can select car. Now I may have the second input type, which is checkbox. I have the vehicle as 2, and I can have the second option, which is the bike. So here comes, I can have car also, I can have bike also, I can have both also. Now I can have the third option here, vehicle 3. I can have all of 3, or any of 3, or none of 3. So this is how you can create a form like that. Now another form you can have where you have to select any of the one. So for this we will be using a thing which is called as the radio box. So let me select it now. So we have input as radio, name as gender, gender input type radio, name gender, value will be male, label for male, gender. So this is not required because we need to select any of the one. And here you have the label gender, input type radio, name will be gender, value will be male, label for male, complete, fine, value will be female, label for female. So now we can select any of the, oh sorry, 1 second. Okay, fine. So you can have this type of thing here. Fine. Now let us have a button tag, because what we have created till now we have to submit it and click it. So for this we have a button tag which is their submit. So we have a button here which have a click functionality with the help of a submit button. Now after this, in the last, in this HTML, we have the most important thing which is called as an image tag, and this image we will be adding with the help of this unsplash.com. So this is a site from where you can download any image in order to avoid from the copyright act, or you prepare some page where you download or take some image from any of the folder or from any of the page. So it might, there might be a chance that they may put a copyright act on you. So for this I suggest use unsplash.com because it contains some of the free images, fine, and paid images also. So let us take this and we will use the smaller size, and it is downloaded. Now for this, one second, we have our HTML folder, and inside this we will create a new folder with the name as images, and we have this in our downloads. Okay, see, as soon as I have created this folder, by default it gets added here and the image is inserted inside this folder. Now we will use the image tag to add images. So we will go the link and the image is added here. Now the very important thing here is the alt, which is the, as this contains image of a tablet sort of thing, so that is why I have put the alt as tablet. Now what is the need of putting this alt as tablet? Because if there are so many images and suddenly the internet server goes down, and your half of the images will get loaded and half of the images will not. So this alt will try to tell you that here the image which you have added with the alt name as tablet will be coming. But due to this, due to some image instantly, so I will show you, one second. See, you can have this tablet here, and so that is the use of alt tag. Now here I can say the basics part is completed for the HTML. Now we will switch on to the JavaScript part. Now, sorry, for the CSS part. Now, what? Now let us have some sort of theory things. And guys, please like the video. Our likes are very less here. I don't like it. When we are helping you, we are working for you. It's your basic responsibility to at least like the video once, share the video at least once. Okay, because very less likes here, very less likes. So let us start with CSS now, and let us have some theoretical part before going into the coding part. So what is CSS? CSS is basically cascading style sheet. You all know the full form, I know, but it's my duty to tell you the full form to start with CSS. And CSS is basically used to beautify the web pages, to make the web pages attractive, to make the web pages soothy, to make the web pages decorative, so that if someone goes on to a, see the web page of unsplash.com or the outlook.com, see the beauty. So that all will be created with the help of CSS only. Now what we have created, see, is it look attractive? No. Why it is not looking attractive? Because it does not contain any single line of CSS. So CSS is required here, because if you want someone to visit your web page again and again, CSS is a very powerful tool which is required here. Now, what is the how you can add CSS? CSS is required, understand, but how to add CSS? So there are three ways in which you can add CSS. Fine, inline, internal, and external. Fine. Now let us start with the CSS now on our code. So what I will do here, let me create a new file, index css.html. Fine. Earlier was of HTML. Now I opened a new file of index.css.html. So this is a basic structure which I have created, and let me change the document here to CSS. Now let me open this with again live server. So let us see. Oh, it is there. Fine. Now, as I've told you, there are three ways in which you can add CSS. So first one is the inline. Second one is the internal. Third one is the external. Fine. So these are the three ways which is there in front of you. Now, out of these three, again interview question, please focus. Uh, so the first interview question is how many ways you can add CSS. So this is the answer in front of your screen. Second is, out of these three, which is the most powerful type of CSS? So which is the most powerful? Inline is the most powerful way in which you can add CSS. And out of these three, which is the most commonly used CSS, which is the external? So I will show you how we will be adding with the help of these three types. So now here, inline, as I told you earlier, try to make try to put the meaning of from the words itself. So inline, in the same line. So yes, we are adding the CSS in the same line. Let us have background color of aqua. See, in the same line, instantly then and there. In the same line, instantly then and there, I have added a CSS. Fine. So a background color of aqua is created now. Now sorry, now what is this internal? Internal means you can apply CSS internally in the HTML file. So we have style, and in this we have h2, and in this h2, and second, sometimes it creates problem. Hash 4800 F C, and we can add the color as white. Okay, so sometimes it creates problem. Okay, fine. So now this is the example of inline CSS. Sometimes inline is creating problem in order to add. You have seen in front of you that how I have added inline kind of thing. Now, one second. Now, the third type of CSS addition. The third type of CSS addition is the external CSS addition. So what is this external? External means, as the name says, externally we are creating somewhere and we are linking that to our HTML file. Fine. So what I came to know from that. So uh, means externally I have created CSS, and with that CSS I am, and I'm trying to tell you once again. External means externally I have created CSS, another I have a HTML. So both these files we have to connect with the help of a link tag. So now let us see external. So we have the, so style.css is a file name. .css is the extension which refers a CSS file. So index.html, style.css. By default, 99.99% use the same set of file names because it is there. People use in this way only. So now what we will do here in the style.css, let us use the h3, and in this h3 let us change the background color to RGB format, and we will use as 255 100 and O. So as I've told you, externally we need to link this file. So we'll use a link tag, and see, I have created a color which is a sort of orange. Is this only front end? Is this only front end? Is this all? Yes, we are on a front end kind of thing, in which we will take you to HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Only the basics part, because in 3 hours we will not take more than basics. Okay. So if you have noticed here, I have only added colors in CSS. First one is the aqua, second one is something kind of a hash kind of thing, and third one is kind of a RGB pattern. So why I have added colors? So I will try to ask you again in different manner that I have added colors, but why I have added in a different manner? Because I just want to tell you that these are the ways in which you can have a addition of colors, right? So you can add colors in this manner. You can simply type the name of the color as blue, green, white, right? What you know. So I have typed the aqua color, and 1 second. Okay, and second one is the hexadecimal format. So what is this hexadecimal format? So in this hexadecimal format, if you have heard of about of number system, so number system contains a number system type which is called as a hexadecimal number system, which contains a range starting from 0 to 9 and A to F, and which starts with hash. Fine. Now a very important question is that what is this RGB then? RGB is of for red, green, and blue. Red, green, and blue. What is this red, green, and blue? So any color will be prepared with the help of the combination of these three colors only, red, green, and blue. Even when I am a kid, I used to prepare colors using these three colors only. Even I don't have any color, I can prepare any color with these three colors only. So it has a range starting from 0 to 255. Now let me take you through again in a new pattern. So this is not required. Okay, so second. Okay, so HTML color codes. As I've told you in the advanced that HTML is managed by W3 School. So these are the colors in which you can have the details in front of you. So there are around 140 colors which you can simply mention typing the name. Fine, like blue, orange, green, red, orange, red, purple, light blue, sky blue, dark blue. So these are the colors in front of you. Even you click on any of the one, you can have their color codes in front of you. Now what is this HSL? So HSL is again a new method. 1 minute. So HSL is again a new method in which you can have a color. So H stands for hue. So this hue contains colors. S stands for saturation. Saturation means the sharpness kind of thing. L stands for the brightness. Brightness means the colors, the brightness like that. Now you have HTML color picker. So this is the HTML color picker site managed by W3 School. So even you click on any place, you can have the different kind of colors in front of there. So you can click here, copy it, and paste it. So as I told you, hue contains the colors, saturation contains the sharpness, lightness contains the brightness. So here is the main magic. So you can drag, see, you can make colors keeping the contribution of RGB in such a manner. So this is your HSL code, RGB code, and hexadecimal code. Fine. So that is what I want to tell you. Now moving back again to our code. Okay, so now let us take you through some font properties. So for this, let me have some correction in my page. So let us have a paragraph tag, and we have a lorem of 20. Fine. A lorem 20 means a dummy content. 20 means a numeric value. You can have any value. If you want some content, if you want some big content, you can have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I want content sum of a 1.5 line, so I use that. So now let us have this p. So we have a font size of 20x, font weight bold. So these are the some font properties. Okay, so here link tag is missing, so it is why it is not affecting. Now after that let us have some line height property. So 1.2 rem. Okay, line height means in gaps between the line. So after this we have letter spacing 0.4 rem. Similarly we have word spacing also 0.9 em. Okay, and we have text transform to uppercase. Text decoration is another property which we have as underline. Fine. So these are some basic font properties, but as I've told you, font properties, so we need to have a view of the font also. So we have some font family. With the help of this font family, we can add fonts. So font family. So but what is there? Minimum you have to select a line which contains 3 fonts. So let us have this Arial, Helvetica, and Sans Serif. Now, what is the need of 3 fonts? Because the next 2 fonts are the fallback fonts, and the first font is the Arial font, which is the main font. Now, what is the need of these fonts? Because let me tell you with an example. Currently I am viewing this with the help of live server in a Google Chrome. Fine. Now now suppose if now suppose Safari does not support Arial font, so what will happen? It will automatically pick up the next available font which I have given is the Helvetica font. Now, suppose Microsoft Edge does not support Arial and Helvetica font, so it will automatically pick up the next available font, which is the sans serif font which I have given. Now, if there is a scenario where Internet Explorer does not support the 3 available fonts which I have mentioned here, so it will pick up their by default font. Now, let us have some view on these fonts. So let us, as I've told you, fonts plays a very important role and without the fonts your web page looks very boring kind of thing. So let me take you through the Google fonts, because as you know, Google are now into our each and every part of our life. So here Google have also introduced their Google fonts, and trust me, these fonts looks very different and very attractive. And I can say, uh, if you add Google font in your web page, it actually changes the way in which you are currently using. So let us have Poppins. So let us have Poppins font. So let me select. Now you can see here these internal fonts have the styles also. So let us select this, select here, Control C, minimized, and in the top, Control V, Control S. Simple. Now let us add this font. So the font name is Poppins. So we will have see the difference after adding the. So now let me make it. So this is how, with the addition of George, is it better to link font or import them? Guys, you can do as per your comfort here. I usually preferred to import, because with this you can import multiple font sizes with multiple styles. So this is a Google form, sorry, so this is a Google font, and this is a way in which you can add a Google font. Now let us have some more properties of font. So let us create another paragraph of lorem of 50. See, as I've told you, as you increase the number, the content will increase. So, but what is happening here? This is a paragraph, this is a paragraph, but the same set of styles will get applied to both. So, this is a very big problem. So, in order to overcome from this problem, system have created, or they have invented classes and IDs. So what are classes and what are IDs? Classes and IDs are used to target any HTML element. Fine. Both are same. Okay. Same class can be used multiple times, but ID can only be used one time. And dot is being used to highlight class, and hash is used to highlight ID. Fine. Now let us have a addition of class here as top, and we have the ID here as bottom. So now we will use p space dot top. Fine. Now what we will use, p hash bottom. We will use font family as sans serif, and we will use the font size to 50 ps. See, this with the help of class, this with the help of ID. Now No, 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 no. Now moving on to the next topic, which is called as the box model. So for this, let me have fine. So now, so this is a box model. See, a box model contains of four things. Four things means content. So this is the content. Outside this content, we have padding. Padding means some space around all the sides. See, it is there around all the sides. Oh, one more very important thing. Yeah, one more very important thing. 1 second. So those who are not in our WhatsApp group. So I request you all to please come there. You can join the WhatsApp group also. So you can join the WhatsApp group also for further updates, because we usually post mostly on WhatsApp. You can have the chance to interact with people also, because we have open groups. We don't have closed groups or only admin can message groups. So you can come here, you can join there, and you can have a functionality where we used to share everything there. What is coming on, what is happening, what is the next thing to start, like that. So you can join the WhatsApp group also. Now, okay. So a box model contains of four things. First one is the content. So this is the content. Outside this content, we have a padding. Padding means space around all the sides. Outside this padding, we have a border. Outside this padding, we have a border, and outside this border, we have a margin. So now let us do one thing. Let us create that. So we have a padding of 20 px, and after this padding, we have a border of 3p solid green color, and outside this border we have margin of 40 px. See, so as I've told you, box model contains of four things. It's an interview question here. Box model is an interview question. It is being asked a lot. See, this is the content. Outside this content we have padding. Outside this padding we have border. Outside this border we have margin. Now there are some ways. Google font. Array, it is very easy to use Google font. 1 minute. Go to Google. Okay. Type Google font. Enter. Go to Google font. Now, if you have selected any pre-default font, it will come here. So remove it. Now you can see these fonts. So you click anyone. Work sense. Now you can have the styles below. So you wish, you can select anyone as per your wish. So let us use this. It will come in the right. Select that, import, double click, select this thing, Control C, go to the VS Code, Control V. Simple. It is imported. And here, what is the font name? work sense. So you will have font family, work. See, work sense is imported. Okay, so this is how you can add Google Font. It is very simple. It is very simple. You can, the recording will be there in the YouTube, so you can have a view once again, and and okay. So where is box model? So a box model is there. It contains of four things: content, padding, border, margin. Now, very important thing. You can have the padding. I've commented out the padding now. So you can have you can add padding in some many ways. So let us take you to the padding of left. Let us have 10 px. Oh, sorry. Padding of top 20 px. Padding of right 30 px. Padding of bottom of 40 px. Fine. So what has happened here? Side by side, we have added the padding. Now you can use the margin also in the similar way. So let me show you. Margin top of 40 px, margin bottom of 30 px, margin left of 20 px, margin right of 10 px. Fine. So these are some ways in which if you want to something uh, on any particular site, so you can use that. Okay. So now let me comment out all this thing once again. Now I have another method in which you can have padding of 10 px, 10 px for top down and 20 px for left and right. Similarly, you can have margin of 30 px and 40 px. 30 px is for top and bottom, and 40 px is for left and right. Fine. So these are the ways in which you can add padding and margin both. Now what else is left? Okay, now let's switch on to the next topic, which is called as the styling of list. Fine. So for this, let me create a basic structure, because for this a structure is required. So a div, inside this div a h2, and we have an unordered list. In this we have list item. So now a shortcut is there for li into 5. So see, li into 5 means 5 times of list item is there. So control a, control shift p, format selection. See, everything gets formatted. Control a, control shift p, format selection. Everything will gets adjusted automatically in the same page. Fine. Now the basic structure is created. Now I have saved it. Now let us put something here. So we have category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4, category 5, and here we will have category, and let us have a class categories. Fine. So a basic structure is there of the list part. So now what we will do, we will style the list now. So let me close it for you here, and 1 second. So category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we have a parent class container, and we have a parent class container and a h2 with the name of category, and inside this h2 we have unordered list with list item from 1 to 5. So now let us now some basic thumb rules. Always try to copy the name of classes and IDs. Even you know the name, you know the spelling, try to copy it, because it happens sometimes with me also that even typing the same name, it gets not linked. So I used to copy. I prefer to copy. So copy the class name, Control C, style.css. Now we will dot categories, and let us have some border of 3px solid, sorry, solid of black color. Now let us have some padding of 20px. Okay, fine. Now a property, font property, border radius property of 5px. So 5px will 5px have sharpen, remove the sharpening. It comes in a curve shape. No. Let us target this h2. So dot categories h2 text align center, and we can have the font family as what is the name of the font here? Work. 1 second. Let me copy it. Okay, fine. So this applies only to the h2 part. So font weight bold, and now based on your thoughts, based on your imagination, basic font properties I have told you. Let us do the styling of this thing. Dot categories unordered list, and in this what we will do, we will use the padding to 0, and dot categories unordered list item, list style as none, so the dots will get removed, and text decoration will be none, and the font color we will change it to uh, 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 blue wallet kind of thing. Okay, and let us add something in dot categories anchor tag, margin in the bottom because I want some space between them. So we have 10px. 1 second, margin bottom. Let us try here. Okay, so it will look nice. Now what we will have some increase in font size. So we will have 30 px and 30 px is very high because ideally it should be of 20 px, and let us increase this of h2 to font size of 30 px. Fine. And here in this list item, let us have border in the bottom side of 1px dotted with black color. Okay. And what else we can add? So I can say, okay. Let us have some pseudo class property. So dot categories anchor tag hover property we will add, and we'll change the background color to orange red. So as soon as I move my mouse, see, or I will have this on the h2, but I want the color of the font to be, one second, I want the color of the font to be mm, 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 black. Let us see how it comes. Let us change it to white, and font weight and font weight bold. Okay, so this is a pseudo class property which is called as a hover property, which we have added as soon as we hover our mouse on the h2. So this is basically the completion of the basics of CSS. Now I will hand over the JavaScript basics to my colleague Hari. Hi Hari, welcome here. Welcome Hari.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hi Hari.
Okay. Hey, everyone. So I think my voice is audible for all. So how was the session? How was the session is going? Just give a comment. We just go to see about the basics of JavaScript. Yes, it is audible. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just a minute. I wait for my screen to share. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine. So right now what we're going to do, like till now you see about the HTML and CSS. So here it comes the crucial part in web development, that is going to be JavaScript. So wherever you go, the only word you get to hear is JavaScript, right? So something that related to JavaScript, either some like you can see about React JS, like some words that end with JS, or you can see about the directly JavaScript. We need a person with good skills in JavaScript. People used to say that, and most of the people like they want to become a developer, they just get into HTML and CSS and they just came over that. But when they reach JavaScript, it's get hard for them. So how many of you realize that people like JavaScript is not that HTML and CSS? It is pretty hard. Like how many of you experienced JavaScript before, or how many of you are new here? just give a comment. If you are new, just type I'm a new person here and don't know nothing about like JavaScript. So this is my first web development bootcamp. Right now only I'm hearing JavaScript, or I know like I'm heard about JavaScript, but I only know the very basics about JavaScript. I don't code with JavaScript at all. Just give a comment and we just move on to the sessions. Okay, just give a quick comment. Okay, fine. So right now what we're going to discuss in JavaScript means, like in JavaScript we're going to discuss about what is the purpose of JavaScript. Like if you right now you understand what is the purpose of HTML in development and what is the purpose of CSS in development, you came an idea like, so HTML is going to be the basic structure of building a website and CSS is going to be the fine. So CSS is going to be the design part of it, right? So what right now we're going to see, we're going to like people, the students or the person who get into web development, they're very hard to understand what is JavaScript is really meant for. So because JavaScript is pretty confusing, like they are say each and every time they say a different thing about JavaScript, right? So that is what we're going to see, and we're going to clarify that because we're going to have only 45 minutes time. Like in that what we're going to see, we're just going to see about what is the exact purpose of JavaScript and where it is used and how JavaScript is get evolved. And if you learn JavaScript, what is the good for you and everything you're going to see. And at the end you can understand like, okay, so this is what JavaScript it is, so I want to learn JavaScript. So you just get excited towards that. Yeah, so much of new peoples. So all the new peoples, like you hear the word right now, so just listen carefully. This one language that's going to be a rule that is ruling entire development. Okay, so even 95% of entire internet website is developed by JavaScript. So we're going to see about everything about JavaScript. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, so I just go with a little bit theoretical and came with practical so we can understand that. Okay, so because I know that how like the understanding of how where it is using, it's very important when compared to writing code. Okay, after that we can write, and I we can write code also. Okay, let's see. So what is the bootcamp name? Like, can you tell about what is going to be the bootcamp name? So the bootcamp name is about web development, right? Web development, right? So this is the bootcamp name. So can anyone tell that till now what are the technologies we have seen? So we have discussed about HTML and CSS, right? So is that okay? So by you just think about that, like Amazon or any website, like this ReStudio, I think ReStudio, that is what we are using, and the YouTube. Is all the website is built by only HTML CSS or some extra things are added? Is that part, is that the question is get understanding? Like right now we only see about HTML and CSS, whether all the website in internet it is possible to create everything with HTML and CSS, and that technology is enough for completing to come up with a good website? The answer is going to be no, right? I tell you why. Okay, so if I say web development, for example, if you want to create a website like YouTube or something like Amazon, so much of things, whatever website, or you want to build a portfolio website, a blog website, so much of whatever the website you want to build. So actually there is two parts, two things is involved. One is going to be a backend. Okay, so another one is going to be an front end. What is this backend and what is this front end? You can see like people used to say that actually I am actually the coding is all about technical words, but here you can see back end, front end, something that's behind and something that is in front. Actually it is very good to understand. So actually two parts are in creating a development, whatever the website you want to recreate or want to create your own OTT platform, your own YouTube own Spotify, own whatever. Okay, so there is two things is involved, two part is involved. One is going to be front end and another one is going to be back end. So in front end, what is mean by this? So here we can give a definition for front end to understand what is front end exactly. So we can say this is going to be client side work. I explain what is meant by client side work and all. And here you can see backend. So what is this? This is going to be the server side work. Client side work, server side work. So this is the two things that involved in creating a web development. Okay, so what is a client? For example, right now, what is the application you are using to watch this live? So what is the application you are using right now? Just tell me. So we are live in which application? Like we are live in LinkedIn, or we are live in which application we are live, and which application currently you are using to see our the live session? Just give a click. So the answer is going to be YouTube, right? YouTube. So this is the application we are using, right? So who is going to be a client means we, like the person like we using right now, right? So the person who using right now YouTube, that is going to be the client. So client is nothing but the person who is using the website. Okay, so that is going to be the client. For example, I am using an streaming platform, so I am the client for that streaming platform, and you are using YouTube to watch this video, and you are client for that, right? So understandable, right? So then what is the work that involves? So this is going to be client. What is the work it involves? The work it involves how it looks. We can say how beautiful is this, how the website is, how the web is or website is, right? Website or web app, anything. Right now I have Restream and you are using YouTube, like you are the client, and some work that we need to do for client. So what is the work? What is the work means? It's all about the UI, user interface. Like for example, just think about it, like you like YouTube which was in older version or newer version? We will always like the new version of it. Okay, even though we don't like it, we will get adjust to it, right? So then it becomes our addiction, right? So what is mean by client side work means it's all about the UI. For example, where the video has to come, and how if I there is an icon is that you click that, you give a like for the video, make sure that you are giving like for this video, don't forget that. And a subscribe button is there, and you have a thumbnail, and you have the channel name, and also you have a comment section to comment, and you have this live chat to live, right? So they have different sections, right? So they have different sections. Like for example, right now I am you can see multiple screen in my Remi studio that is streaming. You can see this is the session where our host and other co-workers are here, we will hear only. And this is the entire screen that is we are sharing, like we are sharing. And here you can see your chats are getting here. Okay, your chats are getting here. Actually this is front end, so it gives a good user interface, that's it. So the technologies we use is to give some good user interface. Okay, so that is going to be the front end. For example, we go for some website called Wikipedia. It is easy to go, right? So that is why I just say. So this is going to be an website, and who's the client? I'm going to be the client. And what is the work that client, that Wikipedia developers has done to me? You can see like the images, the logo is arranged in the top left of it, and you can see all the bullet points, and you can see all this headings, hyperlinks are mentioned in different colors, and you have see this notification. I have option to disable that, and you can see how it is aligned. It is little bit aligned neat. I don't say Wikipedia is going to be a great site, I don't say that. Okay, but it is the work actually. But you can see some work is happening when I don't search. For example, I'm searching for Git. You can see I'm searching for Git, and I give search. You can see the page is get reloading, right? So something has happened, right? Like go for Git, click this. You can see the page is get reloading, and you can see the pages get automatic updation, and it is showing something related to Git. What is that? Is that front end? No, the answer is not that we see. So the front end is all about how the website want to look to the client, like where the logo has to come, where the picture has to come, and where all the things has to align properly, and what is the color, and how the person need to use it. Is like that, all about UI, user interface. And what is going to be the backend? I say like it is going to be the server side work. So means it is the logic behind that website. For example, what is the logic for the streaming video? I'm using that streaming video, it need to stream in some other place, like it just want to stream the content what I am talking, right? So this is the logic. And if you're watching in YouTube, what is the logic of YouTube? If you click a button, you need to show the YouTube video, right? So you need to play some videos, and that is the logic. And same like that, if go for Wikipedia, I'm searching something, I need some related information. Same like Google, if you go to Google and you are searching something, and you need to get that information, right? And I say like whenever we are clicking searching for something, you can see that pages get reloaded, right? So just go and say get, just type it, and the pages get reloaded. Why it's happened? Why it is happening? The reason why it is happening, some process is taking in the back of that website. Just think about, this is going to be the entire UI, and backside of this web, some process is happening. So that process is called backend, because it is happened in the backside of me, right? So that is why they named as backend. That I explain what is happening. For example, this is considered just this Wikipedia as an this consider this picture as an Wikipedia, and I have an input, and I search for git, and I search and I click this. What happened means I'm making a request to the server. So this request, why I'm saying this is a request, because I want something, I'm searching something means I want something, right? So I'm searching for git, so this is the request, and it is go for the server, and this server it take this and it's go for database. So what is mean by the server? A server is nothing but an it is how the internet works. Like you are searching something, you are getting something, who's the person is transmitting data from one place to another? The servers. Okay, so the server takes care of getting your request and go through some place and search for a certain answer, and it will give something. So it is actually used for transferring your request and response. Okay, so what it will do, it will go for database. So what is going to be a database? So right now we are in Wikipedia database, because we are in a website Wikipedia, so there we are in Wikipedia database. So what happened means the server takes this request git, and it will run with, it will scan the entire database. Okay, so database is nothing but a storage unit, like a godown. So where all the information in internet is stored in Wikipedia related internet, and it will search for that result. If the result is get, if the result is identified, then what happened? It will send the response. So this is a request and this is a response, and it is taken by again server. Server take the response and it's sent to the front end UI. So the UI get changed according to the user. Actually, this is what happening. But you can notice that this is a time consuming process. This is a time consuming process, right? Because it needs to go for the server. The server takes to go and scans the entire database, like how it's go, you are searching for a home. That is tough, right? So same like that, it's go for entire database, it scans and it will find out that, and it will send to that. So that it takes some milliseconds, and that's for that time the page has to reload. Okay, so that is what happening. If I go for git and I'm search for something, it will, the server takes the request and it will go for the database and it will send the related information. For example, I'm searching for something weird like this, and I'm searching for this. Now what happened? It scans the entire database, nothing is found. So it say like there is no result matching. So in this whatever I'm searching for, it is not available in the git. The same like Google, the same like YouTube, whatever you are doing, this is the same process. Only is the backend is time consuming process. Okay, so that is the thing you understand. So now right now you can understand like how the web work, right? So I'm doing anything like it, back front end is going to be the UI and backend is going to be the logic of it. It is going to be the time consuming part. Okay, here come to the next week. Okay, so we see what is web development and how it is work, right? So the next thing is, what are the technologies that needed for creating web development and backend development. Like for example, for front end development, what are the technologies I need? So I want to create a UI. First, I need the images, paragraphs, links, headings, all those things. How, by which just give a comment by which technology we can create images, we can able to write headings, write paragraphs, write some other thing. Just give a comment if you know that. So what is that, what is the technologies we need for that? That is going to be the structure. The structure is going to be the HTML. Okay, so the HTML is responsible for the structure of a website, and with only HTML, is that page looks nice? No, it is like without, the page is without markup, right? Something like that, right? So it is look weird, like it is look a little bit ugly, right? So we have CSS to style this. Not only for styling this, we have CSS for alignment, we use CSS for animation, we use CSS for coloring, typography, all those things. So it takes care of all the design part. For example, what I can say, like you can see the logo is here. Yeah, HTML. So the logo is here, but only I use HTML, the logo will not look that good, right? So how it is look means it looks a pretty ugly one. So what we need to do, we need to use CSS to change the font size, font family, and some other things, colors, all those things, to give a decent user interface. Like if I go for an Wikipedia, and you can see the images want to add in the left side, and this paragraph has to come like this, and you need to add an anchor tag, and this has follow some alignment, right? So all the things are taken care of by the CSS, like it is going to be there. And okay, so what is going to be the backend? If I want to be backend, then what you need a server. Okay, you need a server. Why? Because server, it's transfers, so we actually need a server. And what we need a database. So what is this database is going to be? So the database, actually we need to store the data that collects from our website, and we need a language, like programming language. It may be anything. Okay, like it's going to be Node.js, it's going to be Python, Java, anything. Okay, so any programming language we need. So why we need this programming language? Because we need to write the code to speak with the server and to speak with the database. Like you need to go and search for database, and you need to give the answer to the client, like that we need to say now. Like for that only we need this programming language. Okay, so right now we are going to not touch this backend. Okay, so just focus on the front end. Why I'm saying this is going to be the logical part. So first we need to cover the front end. So now the interesting part comes. What is that? So actually what we need to see about JavaScript, right? Okay, so you say like JavaScript is not in backend, so that is why you are strike out. So then it's going to be in front end, right? So then it's going to be a front end. Is that? So here comes the doubt for all of us, like what JavaScript is doing in the front end. HTML is there and CSS is there to create a decent UI. Like, is that true or not? Like by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create a decent website, right? We can able to create this website. We can able to do that, right? So then videos are not clear, sir. CSS makes beautiful UI. Just a minute. Why the way videos are not clear? Actually, it is clear for me. I think check your internet connection, soy. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So what is the use of HTML? Like HTML and CSS, just give a comment. By using HTML and CSS, we can able to create a beautiful UI, right? Is it possible? For example, I go for a website called Dribble. This is a website for graphic designer and UI UX designer. I just go for here. You can just tell me whether we can able to create a website like Dribble or not. For example, by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create this navbar or not. Is it possible we can able to create this navbar by using HTML and CSS? It is possible. Yeah, can just give a quick comment whether we can able to create this navbar, right? We can able to create this navbar by using HTML and CSS. We can able to create this beautiful buttons, typography, like that we can able to create. And you can see this is all about alignment. We can able to create this box things, and you can see lot of scrolling effect is there, and you can see position fixed is used for this button, and I'm scrolling that, it will move on for that, like sticky is used here, like this. All the things like the footer, all the things we can able to use it by HTML and CSS, right? Yes, we can create, but it is, yeah, some person with a little bit JavaScript knowledge, okay, I tell that. Okay, so yeah, of course we can able to create that. Then what is going to be JavaScript? What is the work of that man JavaScript in the front end, right? You have a doubt, like what is the work of that? Just I have another question in the same website also. Okay, for example, here you can see a button called following, right? If I click this, you can see a drop down, something has happened, like and div is created, and the div has some thing called some HTML is there, following, popular, new, noteworthy, and marketplace. Is that something has, by using HTML and CSS we can able to create? You can see I'm clicking, I'm interacting with that website. You can see that, and also you can notice that the page is not get reloaded. You can see if I clicking, the page is not get reloaded. And you can something called filter, this button, if I clicking this, you can see an extra div is open and it has something, again clicking, it is closing, clicking, closing. You can see the page is not get reloaded. So what is mean by that? We mean by that, it is not something that involved backend, right? It is not something involved time consuming process, it's something involved in the front end. So is that possible? By using HTML and CSS we can make this interaction. If I click this, then you need to show something, and you can see this beautiful websites are here. If I click that, you can see it will create an and sub website, right? So you can see like all the things out here. It's all about the UI UX design that is showcased by the person. And if I, you can see the into mark, if I click this, it will cut down, and here you can see another into mark. If I click this, it will cut down, it will delete that. Is that possible? They can able to create that with HTML and CSS? No. Why? HTML is responsible for the structure and CSS is responsible for the alignment. By using HTML and CSS, we can able to create something called a static website. So what is meant by static website? If I say static website, then it's going to be the website that we can we not able to interact, we just see with our eyes. Okay. No, like you are saying like creating navbar, like we are not able to create this interaction without with HTML and CSS. Like if I click that, you need to do something, we are not able to do that. And you can see if I click this, you can able to give this entire thing, we are not able to do that by using HTML and CSS. And here comes JavaScript. So what is the purpose of JavaScript? It gives life for that website. Okay, so with HTML and CSS we can able to see only, we are not able to interact with that. If I interact with that, that's something that involved in the backend. So if you click a button, it reloads the page. If you do something, it reloads the page. That is what happened. But here you can see I'm doing something, but it not get reloaded, right? Right. So means it is something that involved in the front end. Okay, something that involved in the front end. So what is that means? Here comes the JavaScript. Yeah, so same like with HTML and CSS you can able to create a static website, like a website that you cannot interact, you can see only, that is what that. And by using JavaScript, what it will do means, first it is called as scripting language. Okay, so it is called as scripting language. What is mean by scripting means, like JavaScript speaks with the browser. Okay, it speaks with the browser, and it tell to the browser what I need to do, like what the website want to do. So by using JavaScript we can make the website dynamic and interactive. What is mean by that? That is what you see, like if I click something, a div is created, like it shows something like that. So dynamic and interactive website we can able to create. Okay, so it is something that speaks with the browser, and we can able to make dynamic and interactive. What exactly JavaScript is doing means, it manipulating the HTML and CSS. It manipulating the HTML and CSS. For example, I just go here, and if I click this, what happens exactly means, what happens? We created a div. That div contains a tag and an inbox, and we have a color, and that has an inbox like input a tag, and here we have some tag and we have the select tag. So that is what exactly happened. And if I click that again, this entire website get hide. So by using CSS property display hide, if I click again, we are giving CSS property block or something like that. Okay, so we are making that is what happening. Okay, so exactly what JavaScript is doing, it's just manipulating HTML and CSS. So by using JavaScript, we can able to create new HTML like exactly what that created, and we can delete that. Like if I click the into mark, it gets removed, right? So we can able to do that, and we can able to append something like you are giving comment to the section, like it gets append, all those things. And also we can able to change the CSS property of the function. Like we can able to change the CSS property, we can able to change the inner HTML, we can able to change lot more. Okay, like it's going to be a great example for like dark theme, light theme. Wherever the website you go, you have two themes, right? It's dark theme and light theme. So if you select the dark theme, what happened? The entire website go for black. And if you select the light theme, what happened? The entire website is go for white, right? So how it is happening? By using JavaScript. So JavaScripts wait for the call. If someone wants something like dark, so we tell to the browser, okay, so I want so the user want dark theme, just give them a background color, and it just get manipulated the CSS, and it will tell that. Okay, so this is what exactly JavaScript is doing. Okay, so this is the only thing you need to know, what JavaScript is doing. Okay, come to the point, come to the next thing. So right now you can understand what is JavaScript is doing, right? So the next thing's all about is JavaScript. Is JavaScript? JavaScript is all about just changing, creating a div and all. Initially, when it is introduced in 1995 by the Netscape browser, okay, internet publishing company, so it is came for front end only. Like exactly, it just a scripting language. It's just a scripting language. It is used to manipulate those HTML and CSS. That's it. No more action. But what is JavaScript right now? By using, we know that we can use JavaScript in the front end, right? We can able to use that front end, and in that front end also there are so much of frameworks are evolved to various way to manipulate the HTML and CSS. The libraries like React and frameworks like Angular, Vue.js, like so much of frameworks, and everything is popular, you know that. Like if you hear about React, if you hear about Angular, if you hear about Vue, jQuery, something like that, everything that's all the front end frameworks of JavaScript. Okay, it will help to create a neat user interface. Okay, so that's all it do. And also we can be able to use that in backend. Yeah, you heard it right. So we can able to use, right now we can able to use JavaScript in backend too. When it comes, it's just a scripting language for front end. And a person named Ryan Dahl, what the person will do, he just run the JavaScript outside the browser to speak with the server. So he created something called as Node.js. It is a runtime environment for JavaScript, same like the same exact. If you learn JavaScript, you can able to understand Node.js, and by using Node.js you can able to work with the backend. So which means if you learn JavaScript, then you can able to become a full stack developer. So who is that? What is meant by full stack development? The person who do entire both things, front end and also back end, he is called as full stack developer. You can able to become by learning one language. So instead you are learning some other languages like Python or Java or C++. Even though you learn some other language, you need to know JavaScript for the front end. Okay, so it is irreplaceable. So then you are choosing your like development journey, then it's just good to go with the JavaScript. Then you can able to learn front end and you can able to learn back end. So that is actually no use for learning any other language. And also we can use something called as Web3. Like you heard it about Web3 and all. Right now it's pretty mess only, and we can able to use that for the future technologies and all. And we can use this for VR, AR. What is mean by that? The virtual reality, augmented reality. So you can understand if I say metaverse, right? Facebook has changed their name to Metaverse, right? So by using JavaScript, you can able to do the things like you can able to work with this virtual reality, and you can able to create your own augmented reality. Yes, of course, JavaScript is puts a sanity more in here too. And also you can able to work with robotics. It is possible. Yes, of course. And also something like ML. Yeah, of course, you can able to do that. And these all are the evolution of JavaScript and much more to come. Okay, so actually JavaScript is conquering everywhere. Okay, so you can learn JavaScript. Here you can see like we have the future version, the future technology. Maybe it comes as a future of social media, whatever. And here you can see the upcoming job providing technology: full stack, front end, back end, marine stack, mean stack, new stack, whatever. React JS, Angular JS developer, React JS developer, JavaScript developer, microframes, whatever. All the job openings depends in this site, and only one programming language we need, that is JavaScript. Wait, do you say like JavaScript is a programming language? Actually it is a scripting language, but speak with some technically. Just look at this. So whatever the programming language can do, now JavaScript also able to do. So we can say like JavaScript also a programming language. Okay, we can say that. Okay, so but we cannot define that, but we can consider. Okay, so that is what. So this is what all JavaScript is doing. Okay, so this is the place. Right now just understand how JavaScript speak with browser. Okay, so what is mean by browser means browser like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, all the things are browsers. All those things are browsers. Okay, so these browsers only understand zeros and ones. We technically call this as machine code. Okay, so the machine understandable code. But JavaScript, what is JavaScript? It's just a piece of file like HTML and CSS. We're writing some code in a native English. That is what we are doing. Okay, how this browser is get understand means, so there is something, each and every browser has a translator. We can say that like the translator. So what is it called? It is called as JS engine. So each browser has its own JS engine. Like Google has its own JavaScript engine, and Mozilla Firefox has its own JavaScript engine, and Safari has its own JavaScript engine, Brave has its own JavaScript engine, and maybe future any other websites comes, any other browsers comes, they are also going to have a JavaScript engine. So what is the part of this engine is, this engine is just what that translate this English, whatever the code we are writing, to understand by the browser. By using this engine only, JavaScript, the code we are writing, it is understandable by the browser. But here is there is a problem is here. What is the problem means, just understand every browser has separate engine. Like Google developed their own engine, they named it as V8, and Mozilla Firefox has its own engine, they named it as SpiderMonkey, and also Safari has its own engine, I think they named it as Ninja, like that. Okay, they named it that. So the developers are different, they are not the same one, they are not using the same code to develop those engine, they are different. Google developed its own JavaScript engine, Mozilla Firefox and Safari, everyone creates his own engine. Then now just consider, I just write only, like I have a website and I write only one JavaScript file, and that JavaScript file has to run in Google, and exactly the same how it is run in Google, it need to run in Mozilla Firefox too, and also it run in Safari too, and all other browsers too. But here is the problem, the engine which is translating, they are different, right? So in Google it may look whatever the code we exactly want, it will become, but in Mozilla Firefox it will change, right? So because the engine is different, so translation may change, so it can be changed, right? So and also Safari, it is developed by some other developer, so it change. So here comes the problem. So then, like if it is the same, the problem is not rectified, then what would happen, we need to create JavaScript file for each and every browser. Like if my website want to run in Google, I need to create a separate code file. For Mozilla Firefox, I need to create a separate JavaScript file. For Safari, I need to create a separate JavaScript file. Is that a way that internet works? No. The answer is no. So I create only one JavaScript file, but that JavaScript file need to run in all the browser exactly the same, but they are using different engine. How can I rectify that? So here comes something called as 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐭𝐢𝐜𝐚𝐫 So what is the use of this 𝐏𝐼𝐾 is, it is the standard governing. If I say standard governing, then what it is going to be? Like it is the rules and regulations for those creators, like the people who create the engine, how it's translating, like the engine. So it is the standard rules and regulations for those creators. They like the 𝐏𝐼𝐾 say how JS want to perform, how JS want to perform in browser, okay. So this is exactly what this 𝐏𝐼𝐾 will do. Okay, so 𝐏𝐼𝐾 is nothing but, if I say we have 𝐏𝐼𝐾 and 𝐏𝐼𝐾 have some rules and regulations, and based on that rules and regulations only JavaScript run in each and every browser, like Google, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, like that. Just a minute. Sorry. Okay, so like that it's perform. So it has we have some governing body. So based on that rules and regulation only, the developers who creates those engine, the developer who creates the JavaScript engine, based on this rules and regulation only they create, and the problem is resolved. So right now we want to write one JavaScript file, and that JavaScript file will render in all the place. Okay, so that is what exactly 𝐏𝐼𝐾 is. So you hear the word called ES6, ES7 when you learn JavaScript. So what is this? This is the version, like the version of JavaScript. So that is what ES6 is. Okay. Okay, so this is all about 𝐏𝐼𝐾. So let's be to the conclusion. Like JavaScript is a scripting language we can use to make the place dynamic, website dynamic, and something called as 𝐏𝐼𝐾. This is the governing body of JavaScript. By using this 𝐏𝐼𝐾 only, all the JavaScripts are exactly run the same in, not exactly 99.9%, it run exactly the same in all the browser. So that is what it's doing. And something called as an engine, JS engine is present, and this engine is responsible for all the browsers, like all the JavaScript file that want to run exactly the same. Okay, so yeah, so this is all about JavaScript. This is all about the purpose of JavaScript. Okay, informations about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Like information means like you want all the topic, or you are asking for something like how I say for JavaScript. That is what you want, like anything like that. You can say, we'll say to get the basics details about HTML and CSS. Yeah, of course. Okay, fine. So right now we just do some code and to understand that. Okay, for example, how, like very basics, we're going to see about very basics. Okay, I just create a folder and we can go with DOM, and inside that I just open my VS Code, and I hope that you all know about Visual Studio Code, and all things has been explained in the previous class by our founder. I think you heard that. And we have what I need an HTML file because I need to manipulate that. Okay, so I just say index.html, and I want a JavaScript file. I say app.js. This is going to be my JavaScript file, and I just want my CSS file, just style.css. Okay, like that something. Okay, so what I going to do, I just going to go for the index.html, and I just create a snippet, and here inside the body I just create a div with an id demo, and inside that I leave it empty. Like here we can say hello, like that. Okay, So, and I add the CSS. So where we add the CSS in the top of the file, right? So I just add the CSS, fine. Go for the CSS and I say the div, we have a div, right? So the div, if we have an ID, so I just use the ID demo and I say like height is going to be 200 pixel and width is going to be 80%, something like this. And color is tomato, like this, fine. And what I do, I just open it with my live server. Okay, you can see that, but I actually don't want the color, I want the background color. So I just say background color. I save this, you can hear it, we will get that. And I just say like center. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the color of it. Okay, so just like the theme switcher. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first we need to add the JavaScript file. Where we need to add the JavaScript file, you can add it in the top and also you can add it in the bottom, but it's always good to add the JavaScript file at the bottom of your body. You can see at the bottom of your body. Why it is? Because sometimes JavaScript needs some time to load, and sometimes what happen, it just the JavaScript get runs before the files gets loaded. Okay, so that is why I'm saying. So I just say /app.jss and we can confirm that how this it is connected or not by using a place called console. So how we can go for the console means we just right click it and we can inspect this, and here you can see console is there. So this is a place where all our errors and all our debugging happens. Okay, so we can able to access this place. How we can able to access means we have a method like console.log. Don't confuse these console.log and all. So just understand that is something called console.log, and whatever we are giving inside, it will be displayed in the console. So that is the only thing you need to now understand. Like I say hello, if I save this, you can see the hello is displayed, which means the page is fetched successfully. Why? Because I am in index.html and it is working perfectly, means the page is successfully, right? So that is what happened. Okay, so the next thing what I just going to do, if I want to change the background color of that background color, first I need to grab that element. So what is the element? The element is something called as demo with an ID. So in JavaScript we can use something called as DOM. So here we have some methods and properties to accessing some elements, to grabbing some elements, and to change some properties and all. Okay, so how to grab an element? So right now we're going to see how to grab an element by using their ID. So for grabbing that, we have something called as document. So what is this document means? Document is, we are saying like we want to access it. Okay, we need to access it, and you need to give a dot, like how you say console.log. So for accessing console, I need to say console and dot log to do something. And the same like this, for accessing DOM, you need to say document dot. And right now what I say, I need to access an element, so I just say get element by ID. So this method is used to fetch an element by their ID. So and inside this you need to give which ID you have. Right now I need to display it. How can I say? I just say const, and I'm just declaring a variable. Don't get confused, just understand what just JavaScript will do. So what I do, I just fetch that element and I store inside the X. So I just log console.log X, and you can see the entire element will be displayed here. Okay, so now I just going to use a property to change the background color. Like we have a property x dot style, and what this style will do means we can use the style whatever JavaScript want to use. Actually we are able to manipulate the CSS. If I give that dot, and you can see like align content, align items, all are CSS property. So how can we access means we can simply say whatever the property we want. We can say the background color property I want, and it should be assigned to, right now in tomato, I need that to yellow. And once I save this, what happens means it changed to yellow. You can see it just changed to yellow. So this is a demo only. Like I already say, like we are not going to cover entire JavaScript, right? So we just going to cover like what exactly JavaScript is doing. It is manipulating HTML and CSS, like what I did that. Okay, so this is all about a little intro for JavaScript. Okay, so if you want to master JavaScript, and I highly recommend you need to watch the entire YouTube free classes that are available here. You can able to get through it. Every month we are conducting HTML JavaScript beginners to advanced and advanced to mastery for 2 weeks, single sketch 2 weeks we are conducting, and that will be helpful. And at that end of that session you will get to know like how the entire JavaScript is working and all. Okay, so that's all for today, and show that, and I just hand over the session to the founder to give the closing for this web development.
I'm on mute. Okay, sorry, I'm on mute. Sorry, I was on mute. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, so thank you, Hari, and thank you, Maso, for taking such a wonderful session. I'm now audible. Okay, so that is there. And someone was asking the YouTube playlist. So definitely we are going to give the YouTube playlist. And beside this, if someone wants to take it to the next level, because the YouTube playlist is there, which I'm going to share on the WhatsApp group. So please do come to the WhatsApp group. If you are not there in the WhatsApp, I'm going to share the YouTube link, and that is very important because people don't know in which order they have to learn. So there is an order in which you have to learn, and we have a lot on our YouTube channel, so you will also sometimes get confused. And if you are here for the certifications we have every month, so you can come and do the certification. But if you really want to learn, you can start learning from the channel. Okay, you can start learning, and we are right now putting some premium content also on our YouTube channel, so that is there. And beside this, if you want to learn personally from us, if you want to, we do have this online batches also every month. Let me show about it. Okay, one sec. Let me share my screen. And we have my next online batch starting on 10th of October, which is like after this coming Monday. We have this thing. So this is our premier boot camp, and it is like 10,600 rupees, and it is there, and it is a 2-month long live boot camp. Okay, live boot camp. Boot camp is boot camp. You will be put through a lot. Like you'll have to learn also, you have to submit the project also, you will be accountable for submitting the projects. So we are going to cover everything: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, everything we are going to support. And the main thing is that we are going to help you get a job. Okay, if you're going to complete the project, all of our students, 80% of our students have got the job, 20% have not got the job because they have not completed the project. Yeah, so I cannot tell that 100% you'll just come here and you'll get a job. No, you'll not. You have to complete the project. If you can complete the project, job surety is from our side. Okay, job surety, internship, everything is from our side in this paid course. Okay, paid internship are given to us. Okay, so paid internship and all, everything means the people who do the courses, they will be first applicable for this paid internship. Okay, so paid internships, yeah, paid internships are there. In this, paid internships are also there. And beside this, sometimes we have some paid internships on our means on the WhatsApp group. You be there in the WhatsApp group. Sometime if we have some paid internship opportunities, we'll show that. But most of the time what happens, we have these paid internships for our students only. If there are students, because they are first priority, they have paid for the course, and those things are there. They are first priority. They are first priority to get a job. So that is there. And I'm in connection with a lot of people from the industry. So there are more jobs than there are people. So right now there are more jobs like that. You know, React, there are a lot of founders who are behind me to give a React.js job. So that is there. And as I've told that whether you want to go for the course or whether you want to learn from the YouTube channel, if you want to learn from the YouTube channel, I will give the exact way in which you have to learn. I will give the exact way in which you have to learn, and that is will be there. And okay, let me put one more thing. Let me put because this is starting October 10th, and we are limited sheet, so this is there. And I put the link here and you can check it out later on also. So this is about it, and as I told, I will put the the YouTube links on the WhatsApp group, so in the order in which you have to learn, and you can learn on your own and go on your own pace to learn those things. Okay, so that is something which I'm going to do. And thank you all. Please do like and subscribe if you're not done it yet, and please do fill the attendance form. You'll get your certificates by tomorrow evening, tomorrow 9 or 10 p.m, because there are a lot of people I see around 50-60 people have filled the certificate, so it takes time for us also to generate, because we generate by our hand only those certificates, and you'll get that. And those who fill the certificate and given their LinkedIn profiles, I'm going to promote them on Monday on my LinkedIn profile, because I'm very big on LinkedIn, so I'm going to promote them also. Okay, with this I'm going to end today's stream. Thank you all for attending, and bye. This YouTube channel is more than enough to become a perfect web developer. Okay, so if someone is asking, let me share something. Okay, I think I didn't show this thing. Okay, so one of my friend, one of not my friend, okay, one of the student, he got an internship in VMware by following a YouTube channel. So VMware, we are not like any other YouTube channel. We do most of the things are live here. Most of the things are live here. And you'll get the exact thing which is required in the industry right now, because I'm an industry veteran. I worked in the industry for the past 16 years. So this guy got internship with VMware, and this person, VMware is a very big company, and this guy got a job as a React.js dev, watching our videos. And so they are not my paid students. We have a lot of paid students also. Okay, so and this person is my best thing, means which we have done till now on this YouTube channel. This guy got selected as a Munstack developer in a startup, and he was a mechanical engineer. So that is the best thing which you have done. So a mechanical engineer getting into startup is like amazing. Okay, I'm not on mute. I was on mute earlier, I think. Okay, so I think I'm not on mute right now. I was on mute earlier. Sorry for that. I was just taking over, and I was on mute. I think I'm audible now. I think I am audible now. I think I'm audible now because I was on mute earlier on. Okay, I forgot to remove that thing, but I think I am audible now. Okay, so okay, I am audible now. Okay, so that's it. So we helped a lot of people to become a web developer. And Sai Sadvik, as you asked, please, if you're on our WhatsApp group, please be there, and I will share the YouTube link and YouTube link. And the thing is that at the end of the you have to learn. So I cannot come and ask you to complete the projects. You have to complete the project and showcase them on your LinkedIn. Okay, that is how you have to do. You have to complete the projects. And as I've told earlier also, that you have to showcase like this. Okay, so from a non-IT background, the thing is that this guy is also from non-IT background. He is one of my paid student, and he's from Hyderabad. And you have to showcase the projects, like what you have to do. You learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React, and then you showcase the projects like this. So someone who is attending right now, I'm telling. So you showcase the projects like this, and so he did some very good project. I just did a great work to him, and it is not like he's my student, I'll do that. If you create a project, I will do this to you. And if I tag someone, those people, like, they can get viral, because those people, if this guy, most of our student gets job, like just by commenting me, because I have this much people connection on LinkedIn. Okay, I am doing it for free. You'll find a lot of people, like who have this much connection. They will charge you just to put a post. They will charge you anything between 3,000 to 5,000. I'm doing this for free because I want to help a student. I have this much connections, and whoever completes the projects, they give my attention. And my network is like it has got almost everybody, like every top people on India. like startup people, all the startup people who are in this industry I have. So if I tag someone, they automatically goes there, and half of the people who are regular, who do the project regular, put them on LinkedIn, they automatically get job. I don't even have to help them. Most of my students get the job automatically only. Okay, so that is there. And thanks all. Okay, so thank you all, and thanks, and thanks, and please do reach out to us on the WhatsApp group or on my LinkedIn if you want us to help you. Okay, want us to help, we are there to help you to become a highly paid web app developer. That's our channel is all about. Okay, thank you.